You got it all? Okay, cool. You can mod if you need to. Cool. I just hope you guys. I hope you guys are good with this. Um, I'm adding mods left and right. Give me 1 second. I'm just going through these comments, then we'll start talking. Okay? Holy shit! There's 550 people in here. She's really cool. We're here for the team. I think I am covering my mic, but I'm busy. Hold on. Class is in session. You guys are great. Oh my god, why are there so many people here? You can mod. Cool. I'm just adding as many mods as I can right now. Thank you so much. No, you didn't miss story time. We just started. Okay. Okay, I know you can mod. Is everybody that I'm modding getting notifications that they can mod? I think, Kitty Girl, I think you're already a mod. Okay, how many of y'all are modded right now? How many people are in here right now that are modded? Okay. Cool. All right, I think I should have quite a few now. Winter, you are now modded. You're now modded. You're good. Mwahahaha. I love you guys. I'm not enabling co-host right now. Abby, I'll mod you. I don't even. There's so many comments right now. I'm trying to mod so many people. Okay. I wish I could do a mod count. I don't know how many people are modded, but I think I have enough people. If I need to add more, I'll start adding more. We're gonna figure this out together. We're gonna see how well this goes or how shitty this goes. Guys, I'm scared. Okay. I didn't do too many. I just did a few. We're good. Your girl's just panicking a little bit. Okay. 700 people. I'm gonna cry. All right. I need to pull myself together. Give me a second. Okay. Let's start back all the way into 2020. Are you guys ready? We are starting back from 2020. This is before anybody got there. Okay, so 2020. April of 2020, I turned 20. I didn't turn 20. I turned 18. I turned 18 in 2020, right? A couple weeks after I turned 18, I was, on the Tinder, doing my thing. I seen this man come up. I was like, oh, he's kind of attractive. Now, keep in mind, he looked completely different than whenever he does now. So I messaged him, and he was under a false name and a false age on Tinder. And then he comes and he picks me up in the middle of the night. Like, I mean, this was probably 2 a.m., something like that. Sketchy stuff, right? Sketchy. So I go and I get in this man's truck. I get to his house just to find out that the woman he was with for 10 years and had 2 kids with recently left, and he still had the pictures of their family hanging on the walls. I seen them as I was walking in. I just kind of didn't really pay attention. And then I got up out of the bed and I was like, I gotta pee, right? There was a bathroom in the bedroom, but I got up and went to the one that was in the hallway, okay? I actually examined these photos. I got up in close personal just so I could see, and I was like, oh, this man's cheating on his wife. And then I went and asked him, and he was like, no, we broke up, whatever. So we continued talking. We continued talking for, I don't know, probably like a week or so, because he had to go out of town and do his old job, which was construction. And by the time he came back from that 1 week hiatus of doing whatever the fuck he did for work as a plumber, I basically, oh, thank you so much. I love that. I basically moved in with him. But before this, there was a whole lot of like love bombing and a bunch of other stuff going on. Um, I, our first date was him taking me to the mall and just buying me loads and loads and loads and loads of stuff. And I was just like, okay, all right. And then weeks after I moved in, probably like 2 weeks after I moved in, this man told me his real age. I had to figure out his real name 3 days after I met him. So there's this little spiel about Apollo and how we met. Because let me tell you, this man has been sketchy since the beginning. Absolutely sketchy since the beginning. And after I moved in, he was still working that job where he was out of town, whatever. So I moved into his house, and all of a sudden, I am just stuck. I'm freshly 18. He would not take me to go get my driver's license. I did not have a car. And I was just stuck in the house with 3 children every time he would go out of town. And then he would come back and he would be super, super aggressive and hostile for just like no reason. I think the physical abuse started probably a month into our relationship just because he was more consistently around me at that point, which I think is just crazy. And we were kind of okay for like a little bit, and then he started getting really aggressive. The physical abuse picked up, whatever, right? And we moved to Fort Smith at this point. And once we moved to Fort Smith, it had got so much worse. I think this was the beginning of 22-ish, the end of 21, I think. I don't really remember. But anyway, we moved to Fort Smith, okay? And it just got worse. It just got so much worse. I even like reported him before this, but whenever we moved to Fort Smith, I swear to you, it was like every day. It was just something. It was like physical abuse, because I thought, oh, this is a great guy. Maybe he just explodes sometimes. But let me tell you, it picks up so fast. He's so well at hiding who he actually is. It's just crazy. So once we moved to Fort Smith, and we had our ups and downs, we had a few little spiels. We broke up a few times. One of the times that we broke up, he moved another girl in because we were broke up for months at this point. This person just so happened to be Z. Z was one of the very first girls. He was talking to Z, doing whatever with Z, right? Okay. And then he started talking to me again. And we got back together. He kicked Z out, moved me back in, just instantly like that. And about a week or so into me being back, he brought Z back into the situation. He brought her back over and we all lived together. Z is the only person I really never had a problem with. She is one of the sweetest people. She stopped him from physically abusing me, unlike the other people, multiple times. This girl is like the sweetest person on the planet, and I understand where she got fed up. She got fed up with everything. While we were still living in Fort Smith, she went to go get a tattoo, and he didn't like that. He didn't like the tattoo artist, whatever. He went the fuck off. She came, got her stuff, she left. Then it was just kind of us two for a little bit. And then we moved to Van Buren, and Z came back. And when she came back this time, I don't know, like the entire time they were broke up, like me and Z did not talk at all. They were only having communications with each other. I didn't have Z's phone number. I didn't have Z's Snapchat. I didn't have anything. I didn't know how to even contact her. I didn't even know if I should contact her. But they started talking again. So she moved into the house in Van Buren with us. And this is where everything starts going a little sideways, because keep in mind, I was like, oh, this girl's sweet, she's amazing, like, da 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 da. But something in that conversation where he just manipulated her so badly that she just changed as a person, and I just felt so bad. But I also didn't feel bad because, like, it was obnoxious, like, behavior. But she was the only one that, like, ever cooked any other food, ever cleaned the house, did her own laundry. Like, I will give Z nothing but praise, and I love that girl so much. Like, she was there for me, and I respect her fully. She's the only person I will tell you right now that I have respect for. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, we're dropping shit. Let me see. All right, we're getting there. We're following the timeline. But after Z got fed up with all of this stuff, and I totally get it, like, all of this bullshit that he was pushing on her, whatever, you guys also seen that she was acting different, she was behaving different, everybody's seen it, just because he manipulated her acting that way. So she left, whatever. Again, it was just me and Apollo, just for like a little bit, and then here comes R, just walking in the door. So I never spoke to R until she got to my house. Never spoke to her until she got to my house, just like Z. Didn't know who she was, right? I was just told, hey, this girl is coming over, and that's the way it was. That's the way it was the entire time. I'm not out here recruiting people. I'm not out doing anything like this. These girls would literally... R showed up whenever I was at the grocery store, and I came back to my house and walked in, and she was sitting at my kitchen table. He showed me one photo of her one time, and I was like, she kind of cute. Cool. And yeah, showed up and she was at my kitchen table. Hold on. Do we have any comments about this? But yeah, I never talked to Z except whenever we were like in person. But yeah, I've never talked to R before she got to my house, which was wild to me because I got there and he told me while I was at the grocery store I needed to get stuff to like make food and cookies and stuff so that we could have like this bonding experience. But like, I just wanted to talk to the girl and figure out who she was and like whatever, because these girls are constantly having private conversations with him. I mean, like, none of them ever tried to reach out to me and talk to me directly, never asked me to come over to my house respectfully. None of that. The part about bringing other girls over is forced. Like, whenever Z was the first one that he brought into this thing, right? And his whole thing was that whenever, his quote exactly was, 2 girls will make more money. I said, okay, whatever, I'm fine with that, that's cool, I don't really care, I like girls. And then it just started picking up, and there was girl after girl after girl. It just got bad, it got out of hand, and I had no control over it at all. Like, zero control. We'll get into some stories about this, about some other further down the line people that I was just baffled to see at my house. Just absolutely, okay, could my phone just sit for 5 seconds? Absolutely baffled to see at my house. But everything with R was like cool for like a little bit, and we're gonna get into the part where people said I ignored her getting beat or whatever. I in fact did do that. But you know why I did that? There's a reason why I do everything. I got punched in the face in the car. I got straight up just socked in the jaw for something that wasn't my fault in the car. And then he storms in the house ahead of me, because I'm just sitting in the car holding my face like, what the fuck is going on? He just storms in the house ahead of me. I'm walking in the door, I put my AirPods in, and I don't... After it happened, I went and I immediately checked on her. I was like, hey, are you okay? Like, I looked at her busted lip. Like, I took this girl to the police department whenever she did not want to go and report this busted lip, like, recently, just so we could have more to add to the case. Like, it's wild to me that people can just sit here and think that I just let these things slide. I let these things in. No, you guys don't understand. Every like action had a consequence. Everything I tried to do against him had a consequence. Every time I would try to tell him no, consequence. Every time he was pissed off at anything at all, it could be at me, it could be that the squirrel ran out in front of his car, he would still hit me over it. Anybody, it was just wild. Anything, it was crazy. So whenever people were like, oh, you just ignored her, no, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I walked in there, I checked on her, I said, hey, do you want to go report this? No, wouldn't get out of bed. Nothing, not a thing. Not a thing. Hi, are you modded? Hold on, I'm reading comments. You okay, babe? You are modded. Okay. So, everything was good with that for a little bit. You guys seen that it was just like me and R, we were chilling, we had a good time, whatever. And then we started bringing other people in. Here's where we get V, right? V's over here wanting to talk shit about me. Go off, girl. You don't know anything about anything. But, I forgot that I had met her previously at the gym, and I didn't invite her to the gym. I didn't tell her to come with me. Apollo over here was just like, yeah, she's coming to the gym, show her how to work out. Alright, cool. But before she even got there, because she jumped on one of his lives, she was like, hey, come over. Girl, do you know how many do that? Like, why? I don't even know how to use Google. She tried to walk us through everybody back in the could have done it. So don't try to think. But anyway, she was there a couple of times. We made a couple of videos, and there was Cosmic. I don't really have anything to say about her. A bunch of people don't really have anything to say, but she didn't really do anything wrong. She seen the situation and she ran. Okay? And I get it. I get that too. I get it. What part did you miss? Where did we stop with the audio? Okay, so back to V, right? V. She did bring up a good point though. I did initially meet her at the gym. Okay? So back to V. I did initially meet her at the gym. Now keep in mind, I did not invite her to the gym. I was told she is going to be there. I have no say so. I've never talked to her to invite her to show up. He was just like, hey, she's gonna come and you're gonna do workouts. And I was like, okay, great. Because this was my life at this point. I was just not allowed to say no. And I just had female after female after female after female just coming in my house. So at this point, it was R, V, and me. And, you guys know this whole Scooby-Doo situation, whatever. And the shopping thing is what's wild to me, because we went shopping and we dropped her off, and that was it. I swear, I believe that's the last time I seen her in person, except whenever she came to get our stuff after she was leaving the house. And she showed up with P. So it was P, R, and V all together. And I don't really have much to say about P. P wasn't really ever at the house. P was there mostly for content. She's cool too. I mean, she's not really like a problem or anything. I never really had any issues out of her. She just wasn't there a lot. So after R left with P and V, are we clear on who P and V is? Do we know who P and V is? If anybody, we know who P and V is. So after PV and R left, bye. Mr. Apollo over here went off on me. Went off on me. I got dragged from one side of that house to the other. Like, I mean, left, right, swinging, whoa, like, shit thrown at me. Like, it was my fault because they were sitting there talking shit while they were trying to get her stuff. They just poked the bear and poked the bear and poked the bear, knowing that I had to stay there with the bear. Wild. Wild. They just kept poking the bear and poking the bear and poking the bear. And I was just sitting on the bed, quiet. I just looking around. She did pull me to the side and she was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. He can hear us. He's right there. Like, are you insane? I can't tell you anything. Like, girl, text me. Text me like you initially should have. Text me like you initially should have. Like, I can't just sit here and be like, help me now, get me out of here, I gotta go. Because none of these girls gave a single flying fuck about me and what happened to me. At all. Like, are you good? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing fine. Like, what am I supposed to say? You've seen with your own eyes how angry and violent he can get. You've seen him throw camera equipment. It blows my mind. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, all right. I'm just sitting on the bed, minding my own business. I get up, I go do something. I don't even know what I went to go do. I got up, I went to go do something, and she pulls me aside. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm great. And then they leave. And then the bear erupted. The bear fucking exploded, went off. Like, I mean, insane. Crazy. Now, I do know that there are some filler girls in between this and the next one, but I don't really have anything to say about these filler girls because these girls were just like in a couple of TikToks or they were in one video. They never really had any problems with me. They don't really talk about it on the internet. I did have a couple of them like reach out to me and like make sure I'm okay, but these filler girls, I'm not really worried about it. So we're gonna kind of just skip just a bit. He did in fact go to jail. I don't exactly remember whenever Z left finally. I don't remember the date. My memory is shot. I've got a lot of head trauma. I've had a lot of head trauma. This brain don't work like it used to. So after that, we all know S number one came in. And here's where it gets really interesting because a lot of people have a lot of comments to say, yes, he really did rip a chunk out of my hair. Not only once. Not once. Multiple times. Also, this man has put a loaded GUN in my face. Like, beat me left and right, ran off to the bathroom, was in the bathroom. Somehow I had my phone, thank the Lord, and I texted my aunt and I was like, hey, I've got knots all over my head. He has absolutely beat me to death, damn near. Call the cops. And if the cops did not bust open that front door whenever they did, that shot GUN would have been, I would have had no head. Y'all. That's how severe like the situations with this man are. Nobody understands how much shit I've been through with this man and why it's so frustrating to me for you guys to look at me as like the problem. Again, like I didn't really ever talk to these people. I don't even really talk to these people. So back to S number one. So we all know who S number one is. Are we all caught up? S number one. So the whole like way I found out that she was even going to be coming over to live with me is we went to Tennessee and he was like, hey, we're going to stop in Kentucky. And I was like, okay, cool, great, that's awesome. We're driving, we get to Kentucky, it is the middle of the night. And I didn't know why we had to go in the middle of the night, but I soon figured out why. We pull up to this house. He gets out of the car. And out comes walking this girl I've never seen before. I've never talked to her. I've never even seen a photo of this girl, I don't think. And he had just got so comfortable with bringing people in that He just thought it was okay to go pick up somebody in the middle of the night and bring them all the way back to our house. So we pick her up, okay? She gets in the car, whatever. Come to find out that the house that we picked her up from was her grandmother's house that she had snuck out of. Granted, she was an adult, whatever, I don't give a shit. You're still a young adult, and I didn't even know how old she was until I got her driver's license, her little ID. It wasn't even a driver's license, her little ID that said her birthday on it. That's how I figured out how most of these girls, like, how old they were. So I get this ID, and I'm looking at the date. I'm looking at the date of birth, and I'm like, wait, stop. No, you're kidding me, right? So I finished doing what I have to do because she needs a page. That's what she's there for. That's what she messaged him about. That's what she signed up for. That's what she wants to do. So I help her do it because I already had one. She had no idea how to set it up. I did help her make her page. So I helped her make that. She had no idea how to make a bank account. Helped her make a bank account. I finished doing that. I walk over to him and I'm like, hey, did she tell you? Did she tell you her date of birth and how old she is? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, no, get her out of here. Get her out of this house. Not necessary. Get her out. That started a fight. And people are like, why didn't you say anything? Da 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 da. I am not responsible for you not being able to Google somebody before you message them wanting to come over to their house and live with them. I'm not responsible for that. I am responsible for having the record pulled that you can see. I created that record. You guys can clearly Google it. But anyway, beside the point. That's what I'm saying. That comment right there, that baffled me. I was looking at the date of birth. I was looking at her. I was looking at the date of birth, and I was looking at her. And I was really like, why are you even here? Keep in mind, every girl up until this point was pretty much my age, older, maybe a little bit younger. Like, I pulled out the driver's license, and I was shocked. I was like, what am I doing? That was like my first, like, holy shit moment. I was like, y'all, this is crazy. This is literally crazy to me. So we had a whole argument about that. It turned physical. We got violent, whatever. She obviously stayed. She obviously got to stay because clearly I have no say-so. And where is she going to go? Is he going to drive her all the way back to Kentucky? No, he's not that nice of a person. He's not going to do that. That's why she was where she was. We'll get to that in a second. But after she got, like, acclimated to being at the house for like a week, I was like, I really can't do this. I swear to God, I'm not coming at her for this. It's just more of like, what were you thinking showing up here and doing this? And what was he thinking going and driving to get you? Because that girl was so young and had no life skills that it was so hard to live with her. Like, I mean, just like, if we ordered food, she would leave it on the nightstand and it would just sit there. That's another thing that people don't understand, is that I was maid. He had 2 kids. I was nanny whenever they were there. I did the laundry. I cooked. I cleaned the house on occasion, except whenever he would hire his baby mama to do it, because I was burnt out and sick of taking care of 5 bitches at a time. Like, he has two kids. That's what I'm saying. She had no life experience, and it was just so hard to, like, look at that and deal with that. And eventually I was just like, girl, you gotta go. Like, I literally sat there and I was just, like, she could tell by the look on my face. Like, I was, like, shocked that she was even there. But how she left was so hold on, back up. So to the allegations of me hitting this girl, this poor girl that I felt so sorry for, is wild to me, because the hitting, I don't know where that came from. I don't know if she said that. I don't know who said that or what it was pulled out of. But the thing is like, it was playing around for TikTok videos. And then she, again, her being so young and not really having a full brain, would just take it to like a whole nother level, and she would just start whining about it. Like, it was just whining, which I understand, but like, you need to calm down. And it wasn't even like that. It was like everything that didn't have something to do with her, she was whiny about. It was whiny, it was complaining, and that's what started their argument of why she left. So I don't even remember fully what happened, but she went into the closet and she started crying and whatever. And she said something to him that really made him mad. And I will tell you right now that, like, I understand that you may feel certain ways towards him, but you cannot voice those without having some kind of physical consequence, if that makes sense. So she looks at him dead in his eyes and goes, "But you need me here." And that just pissed him off so bad, so freaking bad, that he was like, "All right, get your shit and get out." She's crying, she's packing her stuff. Again, every time this happens, I'm just sitting on the bed like, what can I do to help? What can I do to help this situation? Like, they're screaming and yelling at each other. I've already been screamed and yelled at for something that's not my fault. I'm just looking around, okay, just baffled, shocked, confused. And she put some stuff in her little duffel bag and walks out the front door. Then he starts yelling at me because they got into an argument and she walked out the door. So whenever she walked out the door, I knew it was cold. I knew it was snowing. I knew that she left a bunch of stuff there. I got the rest of her stuff. I put it in a clear tote. Actually, up until the point that I left that house most recently, I had her stuff in that clear tote, waiting for her to give me some kind of address or something, because I asked her multiple times, "Hey, where do you want me to send your stuff? Hey, here's your stuff. Hey, here's your stuff. Hey, here's your stuff." Like, so many times, and just no response. But the night that she walked out, I put all of her stuff in a clear tote, and I texted her. I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna put your stuff in my car, and I'm gonna take you to a hotel." No response. Nothing at all. Wanted nothing to do with me, even though it wasn't my fault. I was just like, I felt bad for her. Like, I wish I had the screenshot of this. I forgot to fucking screenshot it. But I put her stuff in my car. And I was like, "I'm coming to get you. Like, where are you?" Like, I walked outside and I walked around my whole neighborhood. She was just gone. Like, I didn't know where she went. I was worried. I was texting her. Like, I was putting her stuff in the car, and I was texting her. I was like, "Hey, let me take you to a hotel. You don't need to be outside. It's dark, it's late, it's cold, it's snowing. Like, let me take you somewhere." And that's where it just confuses me and baffles me and shocks me, because it's just like, okay, take some stuff is too much aggression, but like, girl, I'm trying to help you. I looked at you in your eyes whenever you got in the car, and I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I had everything going so well up until that point that, like, I thought I was gonna stop the bringing the other girls in at that point. I thought at that point that I was going to clear things up a little bit and maybe try to talk some sense into him for at least a couple months, so that maybe, just maybe, there wouldn't be other people involved. So yeah, because there was like a hiatus there in between whenever she got there and when there was absolutely nobody at the house. Okay, hold on, let's go and do the comments. Let's go to the comments. If your comments are being deleted, it's probably because you're saying something funky or you're using legal names. Hold on. I'm reading. Why are people deleting comments? Because some of y'all just be too wild. How old was I when I met him? I was 2 weeks past 18. From what I've seen, S1 only got hit whenever she left. And it wasn't even like she got punched or like whatever. I'm not trying to minimize it. She just got shoved into the wall, and she is a very small girl. So, you know how that went. So, did he pick out our outfits? I will tell you right now, not our daily outfits that we would wear on the daily. Our daily outfits, most of us would pick out on our own. Would people stop trying to come into my live right now? I'm over it. But our daily outfits, like whenever we would get dressed, most of the time, no. But if there was like a group of us, because at one point it was P, R, and me, and there was a couple TikToks where like we all had the same shirt on, but they were in different prints. That was kind of, hey girls, wear all of your matching shirts together type of situation. But whenever we went shopping, let me tell you, this man was wild with the shopping. He just thought that it was like Barbieville, USA. Like, it was just all these, I know a couple of them didn't fully dress how like I dressed. And a lot of the way I dress, it was on me. I dressed that way before I even met him. But he liked it so much that he tried to push it onto other people. So whenever he would go shopping with us, he would just try to transform all of these girls into this style. So all these girls would try to buy like black t-shirts with like cute little roses on them, and he was like, no, you're getting the hot pink one with rhinestones. Like, he would make people put stuff back. Let's have a little questionnaire break. If my mods could just put some questions up here that are frequently being asked on my little pin, that would be great. Because I can't read. There's a damn near 2,000 people in here. He is dressing her like everybody else. I'm telling you, there is a formula. There is a formula for what he does. Does he do snowflakes? No. From what I've seen, I'm going to be 100% truthful with you guys. I've never seen him touch alcohol, and I've never seen him touch drugs other than roids. Wait, what was that? What was that? Tori, where'd that go? What about the clothes? Oh, the engagement. Okay, hold on. We want to talk about the engagement. All right. So we've seen the engagement video, correct? Everybody, most people seen this engagement video. If you play the video back, frame by frame, he told me to get dressed, that we were gonna go take pictures. And I was like, okay, cool, great. So I just threw on my little tennis skirt, my little t-shirt, threw my hair up, threw a little bit of makeup on. He takes me out to wherever we went, and he sets up the camera, and he's like, oh, look at the sky, like, it's so pretty, like, I want to get a shot of you, like, turned around. He sets up the camera, he presses record. Okay, I had no idea this was going on. I turn around, and he's down on one knee, and you can hear audibly in my voice, I go, no. And then I go, wait, yes. Like, I was just so in shock that, like, my immediate first response was no. And that's just, like, why we never really did anything with it. And that's why I kind of stopped wearing my ring. I did break it, but yeah, so that was unplanned, and that didn't go how he expected it to go, because he didn't even really want to post it, and he said that I ruined it because I said no. The other girls' clothes, I don't know whose clothes I've worn besides maybe a skirt that I accidentally didn't realize wasn't mine because everybody was constantly switching clothes. Everybody shared a wardrobe. My closet was just like, here you go, welcome in. This little, hold on, we're gonna bring out the backpack that started controversy. The backpack that started it all. I still have her. Now listen. She wore that backpack. But that was my backpack. I bought that backpack. Whenever I say they would, like, we shared clothes, we shared stuff, my closet was just like the store where you could just go and get dressed up. My closet was the store where you could just go and get dressed up because I had all the pink stuff, I had all of the Hello Kitty stuff, I had everything. And the backpack shook me because you guys don't even know that I bought that backpack. It's just wild. It's wild how you can sit here and just be like, wow, why are you stealing things from people? If you've seen somebody else wear it, it was probably mine first. If you go back far enough, I was probably wearing it before they were. And if I accidentally put on somebody's clothes, I fucking apologize. I apologize because, again, everybody's clothes were basically shared. It's just crazy. My pink car. So my pink car was taken from me. That's why I got my Camaro. So my pink car was taken from me, but my pink car initially was a breakup gift. I broke up with him and I went and I stayed at my grandma's, you know, as I do, stayed at my mom's, whatever. He shows up with a Challenger, bright red Challenger. That was enough for my mushy little brain to be like, all right, I'm coming back. What? I can't even justify my own actions sometimes. I can't even justify my own actions sometimes, and I get it why some people hate me. But that was a breakup gift, and it got taken from me. Literally, I was pulling into Scooter's Coffee, went through the drive-thru, pulled over to check my phone, knock on the window. There's a cop looking for my car because it was reported stolen. I got all of my shit out of the car, called my brother, went and bought a new car. What happened to the rest of it? Do you have all your stuff? I literally left. Everything that you guys see that I have now, I bought after I left. I didn't hardly take anything with me, maybe a couple of purses and a handful of clothes. I didn't take any of my makeup. My whole closet was full to the fucking brim with everything that I owned. I didn't grab my computer. I didn't grab my Switch. I didn't grab my passport. I didn't grab my birth certificate. God knows where any of that is now. Is he actually rich? You know, that's the funny thing that, like, I can't confirm nor deny because in a way, yes, but I never knew how much money he really ever had because I never got to see the OnlyFans income. I never got to see the breakdown of months. I never got to see the bank accounts. I didn't have my own bank account until 4 months until I left because they started cracking down on that and my bank account had to have my name on it on my page to do payouts and his bank account was on there. So they wouldn't do a payout to him because it wasn't my bank account. So they caught on that he was just taking money under my name so often that they required my bank account to have my name on it. And luckily for me, I actually, whenever I left, I figured it out and I actually had some money. So thank the Lord for that. But I cannot confirm nor deny because I never know really how much money he ever made. I just know he loves spending on credit cards so much because I don't know why. He says it's a smarter thing to do and then he pays them off. I don't really know. Do the other girls get paid? If the other girls had an OnlyFans page, they got paid. And that's the only way they got paid. Technically, it's still legal, but it's wrong. Because if you weren't promoting yourself, you weren't getting paid. He stopped tagging girls in it, so girls would stop, like, tagging girls in TikToks, so they would stop making money. I have no idea. I have no idea about that one. But the girls did make money. I will tell you right now, probably like the most micro amount. Like whenever they left, they probably didn't leave with hardly much and or anything, because he would stop promoting them. If you were not like getting views and posting and posting and posting and promoting yourself, you were screwed, dude, which is still legal. And that's why the girls lived there, because they were girlfriends at that point, and he found a loophole around it, which is wild to me. He has not. Actually, he has. I did post. Can I? Hold on. Can I? I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I have screenshot after screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of him sending me money on Cash App, harassing me like pretty recently after I left. So I actually posted that on TikTok a while ago, like right whenever I left. He hasn't tried to talk to me since he got out of jail though, which would be really dumb because I would instantly report him because he's not allowed to talk to me. Yeah, that was the thing though. That was the thing that like I didn't understand. Somebody else got excluded and their stuff was required to be taken down, but mine never was. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out how I can do all of that. No, I did not have any of his children. Thank the Lord. Would the videos on Twitter be forced? The behavior and how often it was filmed, yes. 100%. 100%. Ever since we started doing it, like we started doing, I don't think a lot of people know this, but we started doing OnlyFans under my name. We started doing OnlyFans under my name. It wasn't the Apollo show until we broke up one time and he really needed money and didn't want to go back to a normal job, so he started the Apollo persona and blew that up. So yeah, he did control my diet. He sure did. He would make sure that if I was eating something that he did not approve of, he would tell me that fries were gonna make me fat, or I looked like I gained weight, or I needed to work out more, or I'm losing muscle. And if he seen that I was either losing too much muscle or gaining too much weight in his eyes, he would restrict a lot of the things that I would do, and or not do but eat. And at one point it got so bad that he went into the kitchen and threw out everything that was not like super, it was like bodybuilder food, like protein powder, protein chips, grilled chicken, da 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 da. He threw out everything. It was crazy. He wouldn't. I would have to go independently to go do that. And anybody that says he would do that, he wouldn't. He would not. No, I did not want his children, so I made sure I was on that. I don't care if they ban me. Screw them. I haven't got a restriction yet. No, he wouldn't let. I mean, once I kind of like would get snappy without my nicotine, he would realize that he would need to buy me vapes, but he did not like the fact that like drinking. He hated drinking. He hates drinking. He says it makes you an idiot. Yes, I'll get to that in a second. We're doing a questioning break. Did anyone sign an NDA? Nope. Nobody signed an NDA ever. The only thing that was ever signed was consent forms, just so he could post content. My boyfriend just asked me who I'm FaceTiming. We love Alexa's lives because Alexa's lives are like fun little FaceTimes. Do I know anything about his childhood? Yes, I do. I know a lot about his childhood, actually. We were together for 4 years. I met his mother multiple times. I met his brothers multiple times. I raised his kids. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. I don't understand where the choking from S1 came in, because that never happened. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Yeah, me and his baby mama were actually cool until she became a witness on the witness list. Actually, pretty recently after I left, she asked me if I would go pick up the children from her mom's house because we were still cool, and she said, never mind, I got it, and then stopped talking to me. So, in which I get, you have 2 kids and you're living at the house that he technically owns. He was giving you money and stuff. So, like, I get it. You guys were together for 10 years, but, like, protect the children first. Protect the children. I don't think they were ever married. Yes, the acting like a child thing cracks me up, because you guys see how I'm talking right now. You guys hear my voice, right? Like, I don't talk like that. Like, super. If I did not talk like that, cameras would cut, I would get yelled at, and I would have to refilm. If my voice dropped an octave lower than baby talk, gone, pissed off. Thank you so much. Gone, pissed off, mad at the world, like, hated it. The bouncy walk. Let's not talk about the bouncy walk, okay? Let's not talk about her. Okay, please. Did he force you to hook up with the other girls? I mean, I don't know what you would really call it. There was nothing ever really, unless it was all 3 of us, there was nothing sexual just in between me and the girls, which I always thought was kind of weird, but it's fine. Like, I get it, whatever, but, like, the videos and stuff, like, it was definitely just mostly a performance and an act for them. They were just there to do whatever they were promised they would get out of doing what he wanted. No, God, no. Whenever I say you guys don't understand, the things I had to do because they were his kinks and not mine were insane. They were insane, y'all. And that little, I don't know if anybody else seen it, but I know, and there's 2,000 people in here, so I know somebody in here definitely seen it. But that screenshot off of my old OnlyFans of the Amazon wish list, once I got access to the account, I took that shit down because he made that wish list with the pacifiers and all that stuff. He made that, not me. I didn't have access to get into that account and or message anybody. So if you were talking to my old account and or my OnlyFans at all before I got a hold of it, you were talking to him. This man was talking to men acting like a girl. Hold on, guys, I'm sweating and your girl needs a breather. Do you ever... Okay, here's the thing with that, though. A lot of the things that I would do and or get or go shopping or go out to eat were content focused. Whenever he says that making the videos for the shopping makes more than you do spending shopping, he is not wrong. So that was kind of like a whole act, so I don't really miss that, to be honest. I just stay in the house anymore, and I don't really go out because I hate going out anymore because it burnt me the fuck out. I've never had any pregnancy scares while I was with him. I have an IUD, so we in full control of our uterus over here. Dude, I definitely do not buy enough popcorn. Oh my god. Not necessarily. No. Because in my teenage years, I did have some girlfriends. I will say that much, but for the most part, if I had to choose to be with a man or a woman, I think women are beautiful and I want to kiss them. But if I had to be with a man or a woman, I can't I can't be with a woman, and it's not anything that I'm like not. I just don't. I don't get along with other women, and I don't know how to make that make sense. But like, I know if I was in a relationship with a girl, it would end super quickly. It would end super quickly, and I think a lot of that has changed as of recently, just because of the whole situation. Like, I still love girls. Girls are amazing. I love girls. They're amazing. But like, if I had to choose, y'all, like, no, no. I think the situation definitely traumatized me enough to where I was like, I was scared straight, basically. I was scared straight. Were there any kinks he ruined for you? No, no. He did ruin my sanity with his, though. He did ruin my sanity with his. I am currently at my boyfriend's house. I'm just here. I'm just there. You guys see the other house that I'm at sometimes whenever I make TikToks. So, you know. Oh yeah, tattoos, piercings, completely banned, for sure. That's why I got my piercing and my tattoo after I left. Were you actually engaged in planning a wedding? I'm gonna say this again. I had no idea he was gonna propose to me, which is how it usually works, right? But you can audibly hear, if you go back and play the engagement video, the first thing out of my mouth after I turn around is no. And then I go, oh wait, yes. So that's how that went, if you're curious. Oh, I'm sure. I was never really in control of it initially in the beginning whenever we first started, and it was, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it because you guys already know my name. Whenever it was Abrie baby, we already know this. Whenever it was that, there's no secrets here anymore. I really had no control over the content I was making. He just said it was whatever was making the most money, but it was actually the things that he genuinely enjoyed. And he just found a bunch of other weirdos that enjoyed it with him. So there's that. How did he actually break his leg? He got into a fight outside of the gym because one time we broke up and I started talking to this guy, and he didn't like Michael and the way he treated people because I told him about all the stuff he did. And he got kicked. He got kicked in the leg and it snapped in half. Oh yeah, for sure. I know him or whoever else. There's 2,000 people in here. I know that they're probably all and or most of them in here right now. I don't really know how to answer that question because there was a box, there was a stereotype we had to fit in. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't immediately fit into that, he would mush you into that mold. And if you wouldn't mush into that mold, then you were just treated like shit with aggression until you submitted. At one point, yes. At one point, yes, for sure. I believe so. I just think that people drift apart, and his actions and his behaviors definitely told me that. I think at one point he certainly did. I don't think that after how many times we broke up, and for the periods of time that we did break up, that if he didn't, he wouldn't let me back. Extremely to that question. Extremely racist. But yeah. The whole lying about the age thing was fully him. But the thing is, there was like this just weird thing where clearly as you can tell, girls had to lie about their age. And I don't know why. I don't know why we had to do that. I don't know. I don't know if he's broke now. I have literally no idea. I haven't talked to this man in months. But, yeah. Okay, we're getting a bunch of S2 comments right now. Oh, God. Was it weird having P there because she has tattoos? It wasn't weird for us, for sure. It was definitely kind of baffling to see her there, if that makes sense, because he was just so, like, against it. Like, she just had so many tattoos that I was just kind of, you know, but I know that she was, like, really good at the acting part, like, making TikToks. She was really good at filming. Like, she's, like, an A1, like, actor. She's an A1 star, and, like, that's why he kept her around. If he sees something in you that he can use you for, he will push all of this shit to the side and still talk shit about you while you're sitting right there about the things that he doesn't like, but he will keep you there just to use you for money. Oh my God, uncomfortable all of the time. I was so uncomfortable all the time in public. Like, it was okay because some people just wanted to take pictures of me because I looked cute. And whenever I would have interactions with, like, normal people and the camera wasn't on, I was myself. And again, like, I dressed this way before I met him. But not, like, the full, like, blown, like, little girl vibe or anything. But, like, bright pink pastels, big boots, sparkly stuff. Like, that was just how I dress. I don't know who that is. I don't know that girl. I never even talked to that girl. No idea. Any more questions, or do I need to continue my story? Because before we get to S2, we got I. Does everybody remember I? Does everybody remember I? Let me know. Okay. I know a couple people forgot. I, after star, blonde. There you go. Somebody said it. So, yeah, people are commenting it now. So, this was another one that kind of had me tore up from the floor up and a little shocked and absolutely just did not know what to do with myself, did not know how to handle the situation. So, at this point, it had become a regular and a norm to have girls just come over all of the time. It just became so out of control and out of hand that I had no say-so anymore. So he was like, we're gonna go pick this girl up from the airport. Okay, cool. Go to the airport, pick this girl up, get all the way to the house. Same situation as S number 1. I look at the driver's license and I'm like, holy shit, it was worse than S number 1. It was worse than S number 1. And I lost my shit. I lost my motherfucking shit. I marched into that living room and I said, do you know what the fuck her birthday is? We are gonna have so many issues out of this. We're gonna have so many problems out of this. You are a fucking creep. You need to stop. And that pissed him the fuck off. Let me get into this a little bit more. I felt so sorry for this poor girl. I can talk all the shit I want to about her. It's fine. It's whatever. But she was still in high school. I didn't talk to this girl. I had no information about this girl. She was still in high school. She had turned 18 a month ago before she got to my house. Still in high school. Ran away from home. Whenever I say ran away from home, her dad messaged Apollo asking where she was, and he was going to come knocking on her door and beat the shit out of him. Can we just pause for a second? What does one do in that situation? Because I'm just sitting here looking at her, looking at him, looking at this dad's text message, and I'm just, shook, baffled, confused, lost. This is the point. S number one and I were the point where I was like, what is going on? What in the actual hell? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I was like, what the fuck? How did you even get here? How did you even get here? He bought her a plane ticket and everything. Like, the school was looking for this girl because she just went MIA. Her parents were looking for her because she just went MIA. You tell me, because I guarantee most of these girls that want to talk all of this shit, yada, 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 whatever, found him on TikTok or on his little Apollo Snapchat or something and messaged him and was like, hey, let me come over. Like, what? What? I is the one that shook me to the core. Like, it's not only that the age and still being in high school and the dad. I don't know if you guys could tell from the videos, but I don't want to say this to be mean, but there's something in her head that I just know isn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this girl has some kind of problem, and she did not need to be in that situation and exploited like that. I don't know why she would put herself in that situation, why she would even reach out to him. I was just like, her behavior, the way she acted was just so fitting for what he wanted anyway, that's why he snatched her up, because she was a profit to him. And I felt so bad for that. I felt so bad for I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I've talked shit. I've talked my shit. I'm gonna keep talking my shit. But, like, my genuine, like, feelings in that moment, like, that was one of the girls that is, like, I really tried to take care of. Like, she left, and she said that she was gonna come back, and I told him, no, you're not letting her come back. You're not letting that poor girl come back to our house. So he just kind of played it off for a little bit, and I don't know if he fully stopped talking to her or what happened with that, but she just never came back. She was supposed to, but I made him stop. They probably kept talking, but she just never came back over to my house because there was just too much that I just couldn't handle, because at that point there was just so much with S number one and that I was like, this is too much for me. Like, you are not letting that poor girl come back over here. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm not. Like, I just won't. And I threw a fit. We got into a fight, whatever. And he eventually figured out that it was going to be a big problem, and he stopped. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you so much. Okay, hold on. Question time. Sorry, I had to get out of the way. Short little story about her, but I felt so bad. Question time for anybody that needs to be caught up. Does anybody need to be caught up? Are we talking about here on this one? This one right here? This little comment right here? I do not know. I don't talk to Z. I don't know if she did. I don't know if she had a problem with it or if she was just, like, mentally not okay. But there was just something about her, and you guys could kind of tell that she was off. Like, that jaw thing she would do, that kind of threw me off. And part of me was almost convinced that she was either not okay or he was feeding her habit in some way. And I'm not going to confirm that she had a habit of any kind, but part of me thinks that, like, he may have been controlling that one with some kind of substance, but I cannot confirm nor deny that. That's just my own speculation. Okay. I'm taking questions at this moment in time. If my mods could start pinning questions that they think are important, that would be great. I'm going to grab my chair. Hold on. The floor is killing me, y'all. I swear I have the back of a 70. Excuse me, a 70-year-old woman. Okay. Let's go through here. Let's go through here. Did he pick the names that y'all were called? No. Every girl had to come up with their own personal persona name, and he would or tweak, modify them. He would make fun of you until you changed it, or he would tell you that it's just flat out fucking stupid until you changed it. How many girls were there? Girl, you gotta let me count. Hold on. With the fillers, give me a second. I think at least, I'm gonna throw out just an oddball number because I can't remember everything off the top of my head, but for the duration that I was there, I want to say there was at least 15 to 17 girls that came in and out of my house. Nope. Nobody, like, they were friendly with me or whatever, but there was not really any kind of relationship in between me and the girls that were there. It was off-putting in a way because once you come into a situation like that, you think that, like, oh, you're gonna be friendly with a girlfriend too, but it was more like Apollo had 2 girlfriends. I wasn't there for the ferret. God knows what happened to that poor ferret. Your house? Question mark. What the fuck do you mean my house? You can call it consensual, I guess. It was mostly forced with consequence of being beat, but consensual, sure. Jealous? No. Annoyed? Yes. It could have been observed as jealousy, which I understand, but it's like, in a way, my actions and my behaviors were aggressive and mean and played off to be jealous just because, again, after seeing S, number one, like, I was just kind of shocked and baffled. Like, you guys need to go. You guys need to stop texting him. You guys need to go back to your homes with your parents. What happened with V? V just be yapping. V just be yapping. I don't know. What happened in court? I have no idea. I have no idea what happened in his courtroom because I didn't show up. I didn't testify because I got a phone call 7 days before I was supposed to go testify that they already had a plea agreement written up. Why do I need to go testify if you already got his plea agreement written up? And it wasn't like, oh, if you don't come testify, we won't, whatever, right? My testimony had no sway in if he was getting in or out. He was getting out, period, in the statement, because they already had it written up. They had it written up for a while. I'm gonna try to get rid of all my stuff on social media from him, but it's gonna be super hard because it's just years and years and years of content. At this point, he would probably be better off deleting his page, and he's probably not gonna do that. So I am just gonna have to get legal involved. We'll get there. We'll get there. I promise. We'll get there, I promise. Can anybody let me know what time it is? We all know I'm Central Time, and I'm slow. Are you scared that he'll come after you? I'm no longer scared of this man. I am no longer scared of this man. I know in my heart, my soul, my mind that this man can no longer touch me and or have any effect on me because I'm not going to allow it to happen, and if it does, there's legal consequences. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because he was legally supposed to take down her content. I mean, after after Z and after R, like after I kind of knew them, whatever, I kind of got sick of it. I kind of got sick of the behavior. I kind of got sick of all this other stuff, and I just kind of told him, hey, can we just stop? Can we just chill out? And he was like, no, money, 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 money. So at one point, it became forced. How did he end up getting out so easily? Legal system. The legal system is shit. How and when did you get into the industry? I got into the industry right before I turned 19 years old, and it was by him. He was working at a casino, and he realized we needed extra income. So, peak almost being broke. Like we were broke. Like we had just bought a house. That's whenever we started. Why wasn't he legally allowed to take, or supposed to take down yours? You know, I don't really know. I couldn't tell you. Were you guys in an open relationship? What was your view on him talking to other girls? Honestly, clearly the relationship was never fully open. Like, if I wasn't allowed to do anything. I wasn't part of an open relationship. I was part of a partially open forced relationship. I don't know if that makes any sense, but do I regret selling content? No. Some things that were forcibly recorded and whatever scripts that were forced out of my mouth, yes, I do regret that, but I do not regret getting into the industry at all. I can't answer that. I really can't answer that. I have no idea. I doubt it, because I've been nothing but a bitch. But, you know, 4 years, I'll stay stuck in your brain for a little bit, at least. I never cheated on him, not once. We broke up and I started seeing other people, but never once did I cheat on him. We'll get there. We're answering questions. I promise. We're getting there. This is just going to be like the juiciest long part, so we're holding on to it. We have just a couple more minutes of questions, and then we'll get into J. Then we'll get into S, number 2. Did he buy followers? Yes, he bought followers and he promoted his videos. Like, he would pay for promotions on his videos so that it would get more views, more likes, more followers. It's a Q&A break. It is a Q&A break. I told you, we're going in segments. I do yep here and there, but we're trying to follow the timeline here a little bit and taking question breaks. Okay? Your girl's just kind of nervous. She's got anxiety. Not without my acknowledgement, no. What do I think about? Hot mess. Hot fucking mess. Hot mess. Needs mental help. My cat wants in. Hold on. You guys want to come with me to let her in? No, she doesn't want to. Oh, we got restricted. She's adorable. We love her. Her name is Garfield. I'm trying to find a place to get comfortable. My fucking nerves are just like all over the place, so your girls keep moving. I'm sorry if I'm making y'all seasick. No, we never met whenever I was underage. We met really soon after I turned 18. Yes, yeah. Some of them don't. I have a couple mods in here, so some of them probably don't see your pin until they pin something. So all right, we good? Anybody got any more questions that are pretty relevant? I know you're trying. I love you. You're doing the Lord's work right now. You're amazing. Do I miss my character at times? No. 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 If anything, I miss being me. I missed being me so bad. It's crazy. Why was he following your baby Instagram? You know, I don't really know why that happened. Because he said he was getting screenshots for some TikTok or some reason, but how do you go and follow that account if you're getting screenshots? It just didn't make sense to me, so I never really fully understand the logic behind that. I wasn't there for that. I don't know her. He didn't know I left until he got back home, because I was laying in bed and we had an argument, whatever, and he left. He went to go to the bank to try to take my money out of my bank account, of all things, but he couldn't because he wasn't me. And while he was at the bank trying to take my money, I grabbed a handful of my stuff, a couple of bags, and dipped in the pink car. Hi. I exist in it. I don't even know how I would stand up for myself in that situation. I would bring up things that like bothered me and or like physically. Y'all think I'm fighting him? Y'all think I'm fighting him? Y'all think I'm physically standing up for myself? That man could throw me across a room. I'm not fighting a grown man and winning. So my final straw, whenever I left, is he tried to isolate me. And that's why he got girls from other states to fly out and leave everything. It's isolation. Isolation is a tactic to his manipulation. So because I was local, my family was local, so he would try to cut me off from my family. And he would get pissed off whenever I would go see them on my own independent time, whatever. And this time, keep in mind, I was 21 years old. 21 years old. I went to go see my brother, and he had a little bit of crown apple. Okay, cool, whatever. I seen that it tasted good, cool, whatever. I wanted to try it. I hadn't tried it before. I take the lid of the crown bottle, and I feel it halfway up. I feel it halfway up with a like little bit of it. I take a swig, right? I get to the house. Him and S number 2 are there, and I told S number 2, like, I went over to my brother's house. I told her I tried the alcohol, whatever, and it was good, you know. I just told her about my little visit because she asked, and come to find out that little miss wanna be the only girl turned around and told him that I drank a sip of alcohol. He comes and kisses me. Keep in mind, this is hours later, and I have drank multiple things after this. So there was not even like the remote smell of alcohol on my body, in my mouth, on my person, because I knew if he smelled it, I was gonna be in trouble. So I drank a bunch of stuff. I even went and brushed my teeth like as soon as I got home, made sure the smell was off of me. There's another story why I did this and why it was so severe for me to make sure he didn't see me drinking alcohol, because in Cosmo there was a situation that happened. We'll talk about that if you guys want to, but basically I was trying to hide it, right? I'm 21 years old trying to hide that I'm drinking alcohol. So she runs off and she tells him, I guess what I told him, so he would get pissed off at me. So he comes and he kisses me and he's like, you taste like alcohol. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the actual fuck are you talking about? First off, I'm 21 years old. I don't know why it would be a problem in the first place, right? And then it turned into a whole spiel thing. He started hitting me, screaming at me, yelling at me, whatever, right? And yeah, that was one of my final straws. that was one of my final straws. Talk about the vacations. All right. So we were in Cozumel, Mexico, and I was like, I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna get a little drinky drink. So we went to this little, it was his birthday, and I planned out this whole like event thing. So I was like, we're gonna go do ATVs in the jungle. You guys probably saw clips of that. ATVs in the jungle. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna go like whatever. I had a whole day planned out. We get to this beach resort, okay, and I'm like, I'm gonna drink. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm on vacation. Let me drink. So we get to this resort little thing, like day beach or whatever, and it's just like a little club. So you go there to eat, and they have their own little private beach, whatever. There was food and drinks included in our stuff, so I got a drink. But the lady kept bringing me drinks and bringing me drinks and bringing me drinks. There's Garfield. Bringing me drinks and bringing me drinks and bringing me drinks. Eventually, I got to the point where I was trashed. I was gone. And we get in the car, and I'm like in the back seat. The tour guide is driving, so there's not really anything that he can do about it right now. I'm texting him, like, oh, I'm sorry, like, she just kept making me drinks, like, I didn't want to waste them, like, we spent money on these tickets, like, the food and the drinks were included, but she just kept bringing them to me, whatever, right? I was apologizing, I felt bad, I knew he didn't like me drinking in the first place, but I was trashed. Come to find out, while I was in the bathroom peeing, this man took my phone and went through my phone. One of the times, while we were broke up, I got with Mr. Speed. That's how I initially met Mr. Speed. And come to find out, my dumbass forgot to delete a picture of us together. And he went through my phone and he found it. And he was already pissed off that I was drinking. So then, oh god, why are we lagging? What's happening? Let me know whenever you guys get caught back up. Okay, we're back, or is it frozen? Are we back? We're good now? Are you sure? Okay, cool. All right, but yeah, there's that. So that was before the whole, like, took a sip of alcohol at my brother's, and I knew how severe it would be if I drank again, so I tried to cover it up the best I could. And I know that she didn't have that information, but there's a reason she told him, because she knew it would piss him off. Which part are we talking about? Which part are we talking about? Okay, so he saw the picture of us together, and we got back to the hotel. I wish my cats would just stop. We got back to the hotel, and he was already mad that I was drinking. I was drunk off my ass, and he just beat the absolute shit out of me. So I knew at that point, if I ever drank any other alcohol, I would have to keep it either secret from him, or I wouldn't have to do it around him, or whatever. And her not knowing that information, cool, great, whatever, but she knew that it pissed him off. So that just added fuel to the fire. Can we get Garfield? Hi, baby. She doesn't want to be held right now. She just wants to be petted. You know, we broke up. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Bro, I love Hello Kitty. I got Hello Kitty tattooed on me right now. Hello Kitty tatted, bro. All right. Okay. I feel like I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time to talk about S number 2. I feel like we need to open that can of worms. Who's with me? You guys ready? Are you guys ready? You guys got your popcorn? You got your little drinkies? You guys ready for a good time? It's time! Or whatever Mariah Carey said. Okay. All right. Let's get into this. So, S number 2 is one of the only girls I ever talked to. This is only because he knew at this point bringing any other girl in would piss me off. So he tried to get me comfortable with the girl first. God knows how long they were talking before this. One night, he was like, hey, you want to FaceTime this girl? She wants to talk to you. And I'm like, oh shit, a girl that actually wants to talk to me before she comes into my house. Let me talk to her. This is why I have problems with this girl. Let me talk to her. So she was at work doing her little thing, whatever. I was on FaceTime with her. I was talking to her. We talked for hours. And you could tell by I'm not fucking stupid. I could tell by the conversation that it was set up and it was a plan just to get her to the house and make sure that I was comfortable enough with her, and she was going to associate herself being comfortable with me and making me comfortable. So the whole conversation, we talked for I don't know how long, a while. And we talked for a while and on the phone, and eventually I don't remember how it got brought up, but I was like, do you want a plane ticket? And she was like, yeah, for sure. Like, she instantly agreed. She was like, after I get off work, I'm gonna go buy a suitcase, whatever, I'm gonna go pack my stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool, great, that's lovely. And then I asked him, I was like, buy her a ticket. Like, she wants to come down here, you know? She seemed respectful, she seemed nice, whatever. It was mutual. We were cool. We were chilling. We were doing great. It was probably like 5 a.m. or something like that. I had went to bed, and by the time I was like, by the time I had hung up the phone with her and told him to get a plane ticket or whatever because she wanted to come, I was asleep. I didn't buy the plane ticket. I was in bed because I was tired. It was 5 a.m. and I was tired. So I went to bed. He bought the plane ticket. He went and picked her up from the airport, and she came to the house. Are we following? Okay. So she gets to the house, and everything's kind of cool. Everything's kind of cool for a little bit. She seems okay, but it was fake. It was so fake. Once she gets comfortable enough to like, okay, hold on, Garf. Once she gets comfortable enough, you know what I, like, whenever I say we like would share clothes, whatever, all of us girls did that. But once she got comfortable enough wearing my clothes, being around me, the only reason she would wear my clothes is because everything that she bought, he didn't like her wearing. He didn't like the way it looked. It wasn't the style. So she would come and borrow my clothes. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's great. Once she started getting comfortable with that, that's when she started getting weird. So she would go and buy things that were, Garf, stop. She would go and buy things that were like in the aesthetic, in the style, but you can tell every girl kind of had like their own thing. Like Z was pearls. Z loved pearls, whatever, right? Mine, Hello Kitty. I don't even remember. Everybody had their own like little thing, right? And everything that I would do, she would just start copying it. And I was like, okay, cool. You're getting the algorithm. You're getting it. And then it started getting weird. Garfield. And then it started getting weird because she started... Come on. Are you coming in here or not? Why are you scratching at the door then? Okay, Garf, go. Sorry, cat break. But then it started getting weird because not only did she start trying to look like me, she started acting like me. She started talking like me. She started behaving like I did. And that's what threw me off. That's what threw me off fully. I was like, Do you not have your own personality at all? And the pick me behavior, Jesus Christ, let me tell you about this fucking pick me behavior. I need somebody to go analyze that cheerleader video where we dressed up in those things, because she was so obnoxious and so like getting on my nerves. I just looked at her with full blown disgust. Like, I've never seen a bigger pick me in my life. Like, everything she did was to just please the absolute fuck out of him. Everything she did. She was his little minion. And she would, whenever she thought that she wasn't getting enough attention from him, she would march off to our extra bedroom that we would record in. It was the filming room. And she would march off to the bedroom, go in there by herself so that he would follow her in there and just be in there with her while I was in the bedroom, the other bedroom. Every time she thought that she was not getting enough attention, she would run off and have a fit so that he would come chase her. My other final straw why I left, I literally complained about this. I was like, dude, this is getting on my nerves. Like, why is she always throwing a tantrum? Why is she always throwing a fit? Because she's not getting enough attention. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I just don't get it, right? And he was like, you're gonna stop acting like that, because I'm giving her, because I'm giving her more attention, whatever. I said, you're not giving her more attention. I could give a single fuck less. At this point, I didn't even want this man to touch me. Like, I was so, like, you guys seen the clips where I, like, was always hiding in the closet? Yeah, that's for a reason. But I was like, I'm not pissed off about this. The behavior is just annoying. It's like, if you want attention, ask for it. Bitch, don't stomp off like a toddler. Do not stomp off like a toddler, because you're just going to make more issues. Once you stomp off like a toddler, he's going to think that I did something to you, and he's going to get pissed off at me like I did something. But you're just mad because you're not getting attention right now. Yeah, everybody, fucking train. Could you shut the fuck up? Oh my god, I'm a cowboy. But yeah, everybody that lived in the house, technically, even like the filler girls, if they would spend the night, we all slept in the same king bed. But yeah, she would just get up and stomp off just so that she could be alone with him. And I was like, okay, cool, great, but stop stomping off, because it's getting me in trouble. Like, you're getting me in trouble. But my other final straw was, I complained about this. I made a complaint about this, and it pissed him off for some reason. I was like, I just can't stand, like, I do not want to be in this house. Like, I will leave if you like this pick me behavior. This is the biggest pick me girl I've ever seen in my life. I can't stand it. He got pissed off at that. I stomped off to the bedroom to go to sleep. Oh, it's a problem when I do it. I wanted to actually be left alone. So I go to the bedroom and I try to lay down and go to sleep. He texts me. He's like, hey, come back in here. I come back in there, and we're still arguing or whatever. We're laying all three in the bed, and she fell asleep laying there while we're arguing. And hold on, give me a second. She fell asleep while we were arguing, and I got up and I went to the bathroom, and he followed me to the bathroom. That was like my go-to whenever I knew things were starting to get bad. Whenever I knew they would start to get physical, I would just try to run away. Basically, I would try to leave the situation. I would go to the bathroom, act like I was taking a piss, something, right? So I go to the bathroom. I'm trying to be a big girl. Ignore me. I went to the bathroom. This one just hurts so bad because it was so recently. I went to the bathroom. I'm going to say it 17 times until I can get myself past it. I'm sitting there on the toilet, acting like I'm taking a shit. I don't fucking know what I was doing. He comes in there. and he is right here in my face, and he is screaming at me. I mean, full blown, just red face screaming at me. He grabs me like by right here and pulls me forward onto the tile floor. I fall onto the tile floor, my knees hit, and I'm just down on the floor looking at the ground. At some point, we had toilet right here, shower right here, kind of like hallway to my closet. You guys kind of see how it was set up. Somehow we get past the shower, and I'm standing by my sink, and I'm up against the wall where like the towel rack is. There's like a little corner piece of the wall, and he takes my head and he just shoves it into the wall, shoves it into the wall, shoves it into the wall. I had probably 4 or 5 knots on my head, punches me in the face, slaps me, punches me in the face again. Meanwhile, all while she's awake on the bed acting like she's asleep. Eventually, I just drop to the ground. Because he is choking the fuck out of me so bad that I'm losing consciousness. Not the first time he's did that. I've lost consciousness multiple times after he's choked me. But he's choking me so bad that I'm losing consciousness. So I fall to the floor. I'm still kind of dazed. I didn't fully go out, but it was bad. I was dizzy. I fell to the floor. I look up at him. He's still screaming at me. Grabs me by my hair again. Drags me across the floor. I'm kicking. I'm screaming. I'm fighting. We get to the doorway in between the bedroom and the bathroom. Now, there's not a door there. There's just a doorway. And I'm kind of laying in the doorway, grabbing on to the doorway for absolute dear life. Like, I know that he doesn't care if she sees it, but once he gets me away from her into a different room, it's gonna get worse. Like, I don't even know how to reiterate. This man has damn near beat the shit out of me and killed me multiple times. Like, G-U-N in my face, loaded. Anyway, I'm in the doorway, grabbing on for dear life. I'm sprawled out across the floor. He's got my ankles. He's yanking me, whatever. And finally, he drags me to the bedroom door. I've still lost the bathroom doorway. I lost hold of it. He drags me across the floor. I hold on to the bedroom doorway. I'm like, you're not taking me in there to beat the shit out of me and try to kill me. Like, you're not gonna do this again. I grab the door. Literally, the bed is right here, and the door is literally 3 steps. I don't want to hear that you couldn't hear me and or see me. And I know you were not asleep because you jumped up immediately after. So, I'm grabbing onto the doorway, holding onto this doorway for dear life. He cannot get my hands pried off this doorway. So he just starts slamming the door into my hands, slamming the door into my arms, slamming the door on my head, just slamming. There was photos of this. My arms were completely green. Slamming me, whatever. Eventually, I let go because he smashed my fingers so bad I thought he broke them. And, he drags me into the living room, starts, whatever. At this point, I'm like, okay, we're out of the room. This is so bad right now. This is the worst anybody's ever witnessed. She's awake. She was acting asleep because she didn't want to be involved. But I'm in another room right now. He can't see her. She's calling the cops. That was my thought. That was my full-blown thought. I was like, she's calling the cops. She's calling the cops right now. I know she's awake. She's calling the cops. So I'm trying to fight him off still, just praying that she's fucking calling the cops at this point. No, she's just pretending to be asleep. This is the police report I was talking. This is the police report that was talked about in the news. He finally gets me to the kitchen. The kitchen is a tile floor. He takes. How we get to the kitchen is I'm trying to run out the door to at least go get a neighbor, somebody. Just run off so somebody else can see me and maybe help me. I get to literally the doorway of the kitchen. He shoves me down to the ground. I'm on my back, and he takes my head, just like full palm on my face, just like palms my face, and slams me into the tile floor, like, boof. And I'm not even shitting you, back of my head, I thought it cracked open. Like, I bounced off a tile floor like a basketball. Whenever I say that, I'm being so literal. Bounce off. I start screaming in pain. I'm crying in pain. Even if you were asleep at this point, you should have been woke up by the chaos that was going on. Nobody is that hard of a sleeper. Slams my head. Boof. Gone. Finally, I just give up trying to leave because I knew I wasn't going to get out. And he gets me up off of the floor, and we go to the extra bedroom. And he's like, just come lay down, just come lay down, just come lay down. Stop acting like this, just come lay down. Still screaming at me, still trying to hit me. Pulls me up off the floor, literally throws me into the bed. And I'm like, okay, cool. It's over. He's calmed down. It's over like it usually is. He's finally calm. He's finally done enough damage that he feels satisfied. It was not over. He gets me in the bed, and his favorite thing to do was to try to suffocate me and or restrict me in some way with the blanket, a pillow, or something. And at this point, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking crybaby. I'll get the fuck over it. But so we're laying in the bed, and he's just wrapping me up in this blanket, trying to restrict me, trying to hold me back. And he puts his arm, like he locks me in like a headlock, and he's just squeezing. Keep in mind, this man was probably 200 pounds at this point, fully taking roids, always going to the gym. Like, this headlock hurt. Like, I thought he was going to break my neck. Had me in a headlock, was choking me. I lose so much air that I'm gasping for air. My gasps sound like, have you ever heard the death rattle? Have you guys ever heard a death rattle? That's what it sounded like. My whole chest hurt. I just know that this point, she's fully still acting like she's asleep, and the cops are not showing up because it has been at least 15 minutes. And again, never in my life. R seen me get hit. I seen R get hit, but it was never this bad. At this point, somebody needed to be involved, and she just wasn't going to be the person to do that. Sorry, I'm breathing. Give me a second. Your girl's having a panic attack. It's fine. But yeah, you guys wanted the full watch me get beat story, so there it is. Yeah, we're all crying in the club. It's okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's okay. I just, back to what I was talking about, but just like, how do you witness somebody actually begging for their life, actually begging not to be killed and or severely hurt, and you just don't do anything? Does that make sense? She acts like it never happened. She won't acknowledge it. Next day, normal shit. Days continued as they do. I sucked it up like I always do. Got over it. Because what am I going to do? At that point, he had taken everything from me, and he had isolated me from everybody that could have helped me. So what was I to do? He bought a car for me that wasn't in my name, so I definitely couldn't take it, the pink car, but I took it anyway because I was just so fed up. That's why I left whenever he wasn't there, so he couldn't stop me. One of the filler girls came over one time, and we went out to eat, and then she came back to the house, and we made a video, and I don't even remember what the argument was about, but she left, and she was leaving. That's what it was. She was about to leave, and something, I don't even remember what it was. something fucking stupid. And I was like, I literally can't take this anymore. I gotta go. And once she was leaving, I was like, I'm just gonna follow her outside because she's gonna see me, and if he tries to grab me, she's gonna be concerned. I was a little too late on that. She was already in her car. She couldn't see me, and he grabbed me up out of the driveway and threw me back in the house. So this was before that happened. So I knew that there was no capability of me leaving at that point. Eventually, I just got so sick of it that I was like, I just gotta go whenever he's not here. Whenever he's not here, I just gotta go. I believe in you. I believe in all of you. Just know that, like, I see you. You are valid. I read your stories that you send me. I read them, babe. You got this. You really do. I promise you, it will get better. I didn't call the cops at all. I actually stopped calling the cops because I knew that the manipulation would just never stop, and I would always come back. That the manipulation would just never stop, and I would always come back. There was no need to make a report at that point in time whenever it did happen, because, like I said, I've done some shitty things, but my shitty things are me coming back and provoking the situation more than whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. I'm fucking, my brain's off right now. But yeah. I don't even know where I was going with that. Yeah, I left the house and I said, I'm leaving. If you want to come with me, that's on you, but I can't be here anymore. And she stayed. Just because she didn't think it would happen to her. Because the thing that I told you guys with the alcohol happened before that happened. And both of those things added up. I don't know if the snitching on me and watching me be violently attacked was like the thought process of it's not going to happen to me. I snitched on her. I'm his best friend type of thing. I don't know what it was, to be completely honest with you, but she did stay after that, and then she brought other girls into that. Why did I drop the court case? I didn't drop the court case. They already had a plea agreement written up, and my testimony would have changed nothing. My testimony wouldn't have kept him in jail. Karma's a bitch. Don't even get me started on Candy. I never even breathe the same air as her, but Jesus Christ. If you guys go to my repost, this poor girl almost got roped into it recently. She's recruiting for him now. He did get violent a couple of times with S number 1. But I never really seen him get violent with anybody else. He obviously got violent with her or S number 2 after I left. But I wasn't there. I wasn't there to witness that. I think most of them are gone, yeah. Anybody want to pin some comments for me? I can't read these this fast. I'm slow. I don't know if he's banned from sites. I can't say. He's not allowed to be on them from his PO stuff, but if you guys see him on there, report him. What does his family think? His mom really never had any commentary on it. I did not really involve that poor woman in the way her son behaved like I should before she was no longer with us. But I just did not. She was so sick, I didn't want her to be involved in that. But she had her own slight disgust in him. with his behavior and what he did for work and all of this. I don't think his brother ever really knew. Either one of them really knew. The small, like the super tiny, like the short one, like the actual like legal midget. Yeah, she was brought in by S number 2. What would he say to make you forgive him? It wasn't really the things that he said. It was more of, I was with this guy since I was freshly 18, and he used things, materialistic things, to manipulate me and get me back, and he would clean up his behavior for a week, and then he'd just go right back to the same thing he was doing. I did not see that, but I've got my own reports going on that. You know, I couldn't tell you why V fucking hates me so much, but she'll get the fuck over it, or she won't. I don't really care. Like I said, I literally have my TikTok story up right now. Like, she was like, oh yeah, we literally met each other in the gym, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that because you were just so irrelevant to me. I honestly really don't even remember the shopping trip that I had with her. I just remember like picking her up and singing in the car and whatever. You know what I mean? Did he have in public around others? Can I talk about it? I don't know if it's my place to talk about his childhood. Why are people saying I beat my grandmother? Because my family... You guys don't understand my family dynamic. If you literally look up any member of my family, somebody has some kind of police report and or some kind of charge or something against another family member in my family. It's just because they're so crazy and they're so unhinged. So the story with that and how I went to jail was I was at my grandma's, and did he give me the black eye? Yeah, he gave me the black eye. But how that happened was I was at my grandma's. I just recently broke up with him, whatever, and I was staying at my grandma's, and my brother likes to run off and disappear with my grandparents' truck, and they asked me to go find him because he left and he hadn't been back since 9 p.m. last night, and it was 12 in the afternoon the next day. So I got in my car and I went to go look for him. I called and called and called and called and called, finally figured out where he was, got back to the house. Everybody was screaming. I mean, screaming. Like, if you have not been around my family, you don't understand how just, like, mentally unstable and crazy they are. So everybody's screaming, trying to find my brother, yada, yada, yada. I do have a severely autistic 19-year-old brother that functions at a lower level than most people do. And he was very upset because my whole family was screaming and yelling. He came and he tried to hit me in the face, and I was arguing with my grandma, okay? He came and tried to hit me in the face. He swung at me, closed fist, hit me like this, straight in my throat, and my initial reaction was to push away. Get off me. You know what I mean? I pushed my grandma. And let me tell you, I felt so bad for pushing that woman. I felt so bad. Me and my grandma are good now. We're fine. After my family has these little spiels, we're fine. I went to go shove my brother, and I shoved my grandma. She didn't fall. She didn't do anything like that. Are we good now? Are we good now? Sorry, it's the way I hold my phone. But anyway, I was like, stop, get off me, whatever, right? And my grandma just so happened to be in front of me because we were arguing. shoved the poor old lady. She didn't fall, she didn't do anything. But my lovely mother decides to call the police. And not just the police, the sheriff's department. My mom calls the sheriff's department because me and my brother were scrapping. And then she seen me shove my grandma. So yeah, that's how that happened. The ambulance got there, told me I needed to go to the hospital because they were worried about my trachea and how bad I got punched in the throat because my neck was swelling. I got out of the ambulance. I was like, I'll just have my brother drive me. I don't want to pay for an ambulance ride. I don't have insurance. I get out of the ambulance. I'm getting smacked with cuffs because my mom wrote a statement against me. My own mother wrote a false statement against me. Not even like a full false statement. Like she's like, oh, she shoved her. What? But yeah, that's how that happened. This is so unhinged, bro. Yeah, my family is unhinged. I will tell you that much. This has been going on for years. My mom has ran me over with her car. So. CHILDREN, behavior. Yeah, that was the weirdest one. I will say that much right now. Wanted you to act severely young, like dangerously young. My cat's over here listening to your cat on the phone. I think my cat's in heat, so sorry about that. I have one. We're not going to talk about it, but I will answer. I do have one. I have one. Am I supposed to be like, yeah, I'm living in the house of the man that beats the shit out of me. Let me go talk about it on the internet. You guys see this knot on my head? He did it. That would just make it worse. That would just make it worse for me. That would just make it worse. And every time you guys would call out these police officers to my house, we were not the ones answering the door. We were not the ones answering the door, and we were not allowed to talk to them. We were not allowed to talk to the police for help every time they would call out wellness checks on us. No, not at all. Not at all have I ever seen him lay a hand on her. There's so many things. I'm trying to read so fast. Yeah, that's what I don't understand about V. She knows girls that were traumatized, but she literally had no involvement in being traumatized. I just don't get it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I keep my kid off the internet for a reason. Respectfully, as most parents should. My cat is in heat. I wish. If that isn't heat, I don't know what is. No, never, not once did she apologize to me. Ask about her kid and I will block you. Thank you. That's my girl right there. That's my girl. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts too. I appreciate it. You guys don't need to send them. My dumbass just forgets to turn them off. But I do appreciate you sending them. Most of the time, my live money just circles back into other people's lives. So, I don't ever, withdraw the money from my live. I just kind of forget it's there. So, whenever I need to recharge my live gifts, I just oh, there's a balance on there. Thank you. So, you guys are helping me support other people, too. So, I'm sure they appreciate it. That was very, 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 very early into whenever we started, whenever Apollo wasn't even a character yet. But that was part of the weird behavior, and never did I ever see anybody else do that. So her saying that it wasn't targeted to me is wild. Probably she said that because he told her to. The way that live ended so quickly like that, he probably told her to say that it wasn't directed towards me, because nobody else ever had to deal with that except me. So there's the diaper thing. Yes, I am. He's in the living room. He is in the living room. You probably seen him come in a second ago. I don't know if you were here for that, but he came in here and he said he loves me and he walked away. Yep. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Mods, those are okay. That's okay, because we're outing the man for that behavior. If you see any comment like that, there's no need to block that person. It's okay. You can pin those questions. I will answer them without an ounce of, what the fuck am I trying to say? An ounce of, I will have self-respect when I say it, because I did it. I did the damn thing, okay? Okay, hold on. I'm trying to answer questions, but as soon as they're pinned, they go away. If you guys see something pinned, let it stay pinned for a second so I can read it, and then you can pin something else. That, okay, let me tell you about that one. So, I had somebody go into that store and make sure she was not working that day. I made sure she was not in the building. I had somebody I trusted double check she was not in the building. She was not working that day, because she wasn't. We double checked. They checked the whole place. She was not in the back. She whatever, right? I just like Garrison's Goodies. I lived in Arkansas my whole life. I was at Garrison Goodies whenever it opened its doors. Okay, I just like that store, and I wanted to go in there and get some candy, because they have some candy that they make in flavors that you can't find anywhere else, because they're a custom candy shop. I wanted candy, so I went in there, but I made sure she wasn't in there first. No, he was not. He was not toxic. I will never ever talk shit about that man. What are you doing, girl? I do have a therapist. I in fact do. I need one. I've been severely traumatized, y'all. Why did people say he made his ex do things with animals? I have no idea. What was it like doing the TikToks? Did he script them? There was loose scripts, but if it wasn't fully scripted out, and or you didn't give the reply that he liked, he would remake the videos. Was Speed supportive after you left? After I left, what? Him or Paulo? Both, actually, just to answer your both questions there. He's great. He's a good person. Please tell me the videos where you pulled you from the laptop text was scripted. Yes. Enforced. Yes. Girl. Yes. Oh, yeah. Do you want to talk to the people? Oh, now you're quiet? You don't want to talk to the people? There's 1,400 people looking at you right now. How does that make you feel? I'm not answering that question. Sorry, but I'm not. That's personal reason. Personal things. Oh yeah, all of the time, all over the place. Even in like other states. Even if people didn't recognize me, I just dressed so weird that they would want to take photos with me. Which girl did I get along with the most? Jeez, I don't even know. I would have to say, probably Z. Z was pretty chill. I don't know. I've just never had any issues with her, really. She saved my ass a few times, I'm not gonna lie. She did vouch for me. She put in the damn work against him, I will tell you that much. You a bitch, and I want to punch you. If you're here, hi, you're a bitch and I want to punch you. For the most part, no, not really, until she started hanging around V. V kind of changed her behavior a lot. You know, I never even met that girl, but I do know people spilling a bunch of tea about her and how she's an awful person. So, allegedly, she's an awful person. Do I talk to my siblings? Yes, I talk to my siblings all of the time. I blocked Weird Beard before he could even remotely know that I exist. Once I seen him come up, you gotta go. Like, I don't know if before I blocked him, he tried to reach out to me or anything. I just never checked my DMs to see. I just blocked him. Weird Beard. Oh, God. I'll answer a few more questions and then I'm gonna get off here because I need to take a shower. I know you guys probably don't want this to end, but I think I've spilled enough of my guts for right now for me to handle. That was one of mine and Apollo's mutual friends. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying. I'm trying. She just got sick of the way he acted and the way he treated her, to be honest. He would always talk shit about her and her family and all this other stuff. He didn't like her sister. He didn't like that she went to the rave concerts. He didn't like the way she was. And she just kind of got sick of trying to be what she wasn't for him. That was... Hold on, I'm going to pin this one. Wait, hold on. Can you talk about him harassing you after you left? Well, I mean, the only harassment I really ever got out of him was all of those Cash App things. And he would just say awful things to me. And try to degrade me and all this stuff. I have screenshots. I have hundreds of screenshots of the Cash App stuff, and that was really the only way because he never had any other way to message me because I had him blocked on everything else. But he would email me. He would even email me videos of him talking shit about me. Why did Jay take you to court? Domestic assault. She watched me get beat and tried to take me to court for domestic assault on her. She lost, by the way. She tried to take me to court for domestic assault on her. Oh, hell no. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here and listening to my bullshit. Oh my God. Whoever is tapping away at that like button, thank you. I just now looked up and see there was over 300,000 likes. Once I can breathe a little bit, this is hard for me to do already, but once I can breathe a little bit, I got you. I got you. I got you. I promise. I promise. I've got more details. I got more things to say, but your girl can only do so much at a time. Your girl can only do so much at a time. It was like dollars at a time. So eventually it like added up, but I was petty. I was petty, and I would say mean shit back, so he would just get his money sent back to him with a message from me. So, call me what you want, but I was petty back. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Like, so much. I love you guys. I love every single one of you. Never in my life have I ever felt more loved and more supported like this right here. These are my people, and I love you. I love you all. Especially my girlies that I talk to, not on the daily. The girlies that I talk to, you know who you are. I'm bad at messaging, but I love you guys especially because you guys have been my support. My hard rock just right behind me. I love you. Love you. I love you guys. I love you so much. You guys are amazing. And all these gifts too. Like, you guys do not need to send me this. Please. Like, I just keep seeing them pop up. I'm not even saying thank you for them because I can't even acknowledge, like, how many I've gotten so far. Like I said, most of my lives, like, money just cycles back through into other people's lives. So you guys are just helping me support other people. And I appreciate you guys. Of course. If you message me, I promise I'll answer eventually. Your girl is just slow. I've never been good at keeping up with my messages. Like, I promise you I'll message you back. It may be in fucking 5 days, but I got you. Life be crazy. Life be crazy. I've been through it. It's fine. I'm getting over it. I'm getting there. People on the internet think I haven't, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just fed up, and I think some things needed to be said and cleared up. I don't think everything's been said, and I don't think everything's been cleared up, but I think you guys got some more clarity today. She will apply eventually. I just made what's it called? A red note. I posted it on my page, so it's just Alexa69. It's Alexa baby, it's just Alexa69. I don't know if you need that little ID number, but it's also in the screenshot if you guys want to go follow me on Red Note. I don't fully know how it works. We'll figure it out or something. I made a Red Note just because people said that Lemon 8 was not in Canada, so I didn't want any of my little Canadian girlies or anywhere else that had like restrictions on that app to not be able to find me, so I made a Red Note. I love this FaceTime. I love FaceTiming with you guys too. As a Canadian girly, I appreciate it. Girl, screen record whatever you want. Screen record whatever you want. I open my mouth and I don't take shit back. I do not care. Screen record. Look at my Canadian girlies. Look at my Canadian girlies. I don't know if I should. I don't want to say something out of my mouth, but I will answer questions if you do have them. Do I have an Instagram? I do. It's in my bio, but it's literally the same as my TikTok username. These comments, I'm reading them, I promise. It's just... You know, I don't know if he has something now, but like I said, he wouldn't test anybody, so I would randomly go. So the whole time we were together, I never had anything. So if that clears anything up. You know, you know. Sorry, I couldn't answer that seriously. You know. If I didn't know who he was and I seen some of the things he did and the way he dressed, I would think so. I would think so. There is a little zest in those bones. Zesty! Slay! Come here, Garf. Garfield, come here. What's wrong with you? Baby! Come here. Zesty Stone! Because he wants to show off his muscles. He likes his shirts to be tight on his biceps so you can see that they're his arms are too big for his big old shirt. Yes. Yes, he does. I was there for that. I had to take care of him after that. He was very hostile and angry. Yeah, he definitely had that. I kept my name like that just so people could find me easier, and I kept Alexa just because it's a persona name. I know my name's out there on the internet, but it just makes my life easier to keep a persona name. And I took the stone out. I took it out eventually after I figured out what I needed to do. I got enough people on here that I could take the stone out after people found me. Oh, there was so much cringy stuff. I can't narrow it down to one, y'all. I can't narrow it down to one thing. I would say the cringiest part is like the faked age scripting. Like, he would make you act younger, and everything that he would make you do was just like, ugh. It would make your skin crawl almost, but you knew you had to do it. It started off as like a haha funny, and he just wanted to start more drama, as he does, because younger girls with an older man, you know. So he's actually 32, almost 33. So I got this song stuck in my head from SZA. That's the way I like. That's stuck in my head, y'all. That's a catchy ass song. Does he wear makeup and dye his hair? The makeup, I cannot tell you. I do not know. I've never seen him put on makeup, but he does dye his beard. Most of the time, like whenever I was cooking, it was like okay, you know what I mean? Because everything that I was cooking had to be like high in protein. So like every meal that I made for him was like a bodybuilder meal. A lot of my stuff seemed like junk, but like it had a lot of protein in it. Spray tans, he uses self tanner, like the foam stuff. Come here, Garf. What's wrong, my baby? You know, I never really figured that one out. I think it came with like the wanting to be a bodybuilder thing. It less body hair, you can see more muscle definition, and he wants you to see all of his muscles because he thinks he's a big strong man. There's videos up. You can go see. Go to his Twitter and find out. He didn't do his own self tanner. He did not do it. It was me. I was doing the self tanning. He could be nice whenever he wanted to be. You know, I'm not saying that everything he did in our whole entire 4-year relationship, there was good days. There was good days, and that's why I came back. You know what I mean? But the bad outweighed the good in the end. That makes him more zesty that he didn't do it himself.
I don't know why he was always in the damn bath. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. He was just sitting there for hours on his phone doing whatever he did. I don't know. Maybe the warm bath comforted him because he didn't get hugged enough as a child, but we'll never know. We'll never know. Is he homeless? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. Apparently, he's been staying with that girl, and that girl, little friend, didn't like it, from what I've seen. Yes, major. He's missing a bunch of teeth. There's like some over here that he's missing. He's some over here in the back. Yeah, he's got severe cavities. He's never taken care of his teeth. Did he ever experience remorse to you? He's never, ever, 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 ever apologized for ever putting hands on me or treating me the way he did. I couldn't read that pin comment. I was trying to read it. Yeah, the beginning of our relationship for about 2 years was just me and him. I don't, kind of, I guess, but it was more like harassment with gifts to come back. You a bitch and you need to stop giving people the herp. You need to calm down and sit down. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you're not doing it. You're not doing the damn thing. These little places that you're going and shit don't matter because who you're with. Sorry. It just doesn't. More money. More money. And his weird obsession with super young girls. Kay thinks everything is a lie, apparently. Who? Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm usually seeing, like, the emoji, not just the initial for her name. My bad. Will I get any more tattoos? Oh, I don't know. I like my one tattoo, and I like that you can't really see it. I like that it's for me, and it's something that I like, and it's where I know where it is. But I don't know. I might eventually become a Hello Kitty sketchbook. Who knows? What would I say to S number 2? Girl, get a hold of your damn self and take accountability. Don't act like you were some perfect angel. Don't do that shit. Don't act like you weren't the problem. Don't act like you didn't see what you seen. That shit traumatized me. Like, hardcore. Like, I could barely get through my speech a second ago. Do you want in or out? Do you want in or out? Do you want out? These cats drive me nuts. You know, I never really ever got to see the money side of everything. Hardly ever. So I couldn't tell you. The only way I knew how much money was being made was whenever I got back into my accounts and I seen how much I made every single month. And I've posted that before. I posted my monthlies whenever I was with him and I couldn't see them. I went back into like 2024 whenever I was still there. And I think there was some from 2023 on my old one that I could see. So does it feel good just to answer everything? It feels good to breathe. It feels good to breathe. And I know that this is going to be clipped and taken out of context and thrown here and thrown there, and they can talk all they want. I just don't care anymore. I need to say what I need to say for my chest to stop hurting. My chest hurts every day carrying this shit around with me. Why did he control your account? Manipulation and leverage. Did he not let you dye your hair? No. No, he didn't like when I dyed my hair. I would still dye it, but he didn't like it. It's crazy how he wants women for money but literally has no respect for them. That's the way narcissistic manipulators work, bro. That's the way they work. That's the way things work. Yep. Yes. Yup. Actually, I don't even know if it was that. It was something that was like borderline illegal. It was so strong. I wasn't there for that. I don't know why. I never met the really, really short blonde girl. I never met mullet girl. I never met Candy. Those were all there after I left. Why did you do? Because he thinks it's cute or something. Just like his little slit. He thinks it's cute. I can't tell you. He also just like has a very expressive face, and it's borderline scary expressive. It's just like, what are you doing? But yeah, it's just because I don't know, he thinks it's cute, or I don't fucking know. He's got his own reason. Yes, I've witnessed this man cry so many times, but not about shit that was cryable. Like, it was first world problems, babe. The firepower pose isn't cute either. I don't think anything he does is necessarily cute, but you know, go off. I don't know if I would. After she did that to me and then she tried to drag me to court for domestic abuse on her, I don't know if I could. I've never seen him touch a drug and or alcohol, and that's not me defending him, that's just me being truthful. Like, whenever he says that, like, I've never seen it either. Long black hair. Pink shorts? I think I know who you're talking about, but pink shorts? Is that who we're talking about? I only remember that one video of pink shorts. If it's pink shorts, I have no idea. I wasn't there for her either. Yes, pink shorts. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what happened to her. I know that there was like one video circulating around about her talking about the situation, but I wasn't there for her either. Yeah, Rose, was that her name? I don't remember. All of like the adult content that was filmed was not really for my enjoyment, if that makes sense. It was, you're gonna do what I like and make me money. She was only there for content. I don't know who we're talking about. I don't know if that answers somebody else's question, but she was only there for content. I mean, not really, but she just like wasn't consistently around enough for us to be close, I guess, if that makes sense. Once P, V, and R kind of got together, they made their own little hateful clique of bullshit. So they all just kind of ping-ponged off of each other's shitty attitudes. So, did anyone online ever show up at your guys' house while you were with him? I know that, like, whenever people started, like, really giving him some hate, our house in Fort Smith, a couple of girls showed up to the house and, like, tried to talk to him, trying to act like they were doing a survey or something, but other than that, I don't really know. I know my address for that house has been leaked on the internet multiple times by fucking creepy-ass men that want to grab me up, but, you know, it's fine. Don't name drop in the comments. I got my mods out there. It's okay. My mods got this. They've been doing such a great job this whole time. He's shaking in his zesties. Does he still have those? He probably does. His baby mama went to go get all of his stuff.
Yeah, I know. I love you, girl. I love you so much. You're like so great. This is driving me nuts right now. They still got the boots. Oh god, those boots probably stank and they're crusty. I've seen him kick dogs before. I'll just say that much. I've seen him kick dogs. I've seen him full on kick a dog across the yard at his brother's house because it walked up to him and tried to jump on him. Do I still make content, like adult content? I really haven't made anything recently, no. I just kind of got burnt out. My brain needed a break. I posted on Twitter recently, just a photo of my yitties, but that's it. Did he bedazzle his own jeans? He has No, he did have bedazzled jeans. Never mind. I was like, what? I just remember his pockets having like super nice stitches on them or some shit, but I don't remember the bedazzles. But no, he didn't do that himself. He bought them like that. I don't have the answer for that question. I literally don't know. I don't know how that went down. I don't know what cars he has. I don't know what houses he has. I don't know what he still has. I don't know how much money he's got. Lord only knows. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. A bunch of his shirts are. And if they're not from there, then they're from Abercrombie or Aeropostale, whatever the fuck he used to wear all the time. How am I making a living now? I still make money off my content. I still make quite a bit of money off my content. It's just like, I don't have to make new content. I just have to promote my content because there are billions of people out there who still don't know who I am. You know, just gotta promote it and you still get paid. Am I getting victim compensation? No. I am not. Did he ever buy you actual expensive brand? He bought me Michael Kors a couple times, but that's not like super expensive brand. You know? Michael Kors was like one of his favorite brands, or that we had a bunch of Michael Kors stuff. But other than that, no, not really. It was like stores in the mall or Shein or stuff like that. I think his jeans cost more than most of my shirts. So. The gold throne, he just liked it and he seen it on Facebook. We went to go pick it up. We paid for it and he put it as the head of the dining room table just to be extra. Oh yeah, for sure. He was so racist to her. So racist to her. Like it hurt me sometimes. He was so racist to her and I was like, you need to stop. You need to stop. A lot of the Shein hauls were stuff that like we wanted, especially like if there was a girl who just like newly got there, he would let her just go crazy online because he didn't like their wardrobe that they would come with. So he would just be like, let me show you the things I like, and if you like them, we're gonna buy them. He would go through the cart and unadd the things he didn't like and didn't want to buy. At least that's what he did to me. I'm pretty sure he did it to a lot of other people, but yeah, I know. I need to go take a shower and wash my makeup off. It's like bugging the piss out of me. I know. I just like answering questions. She did on Instagram, and I went the fuck off on her. That's already been shared. It's fine. But I feel like I have a right to go the fuck off on her, so it's okay. If you guys don't, if you think I don't, it's fine, but I feel like I do. I do play Fortnite very occasionally. I kind of stopped playing video games. I need to get back into it. My Xbox is actually over there on the floor. I need to hook it up. Why did him and his baby mama break up? Physical violence. Me especially, I don't really know if he really did it. He would make sly comments like, oh, it's gonna make you fat, or like, you look like you're gaining weight, da 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 da. But like, he got very restricted. Like I said, one time he just like threw everything out. That wasn't like high protein meals. Did the other girls live with you? Did they sleep in separate from you? No. The girls that did come and stay with us, hi Ray, I love you, babe. You're good. I don't know what you missed or how long you've been here, but I went on a little, we went off for a little bit. Yeah, we all, like, the girls that were consistently there lived there, and we all slept in the same bed. What was the worst thing he's not even gonna get into that. I am not even gonna get into that. I was here for a good 2 hours. I don't even know how long I've been live or like what time it is right now. Were the gym videos uncomfortable? I mean, kind of, yeah, but I liked going to the gym. Like, at one point, I'm pretty sure I got addicted to it because he would make me go, and I really didn't mind. Why did he always say all his girlfriends are straight? Probably because they were. None of us really had our own relationships in between me and the girls. It was like Apollo had 2 girlfriends that lived in the same house. No, that was actually one way a lot of people got out of making content. What's the Twitter? I think it's the same user. I think my username is Universal, so you can type it in on Twitter, Instagram, here. The only thing that isn't the same is Red Note now. It's just Alexa69. I simplified it. But my username for TikTok is Universal for Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oh, I love you. I love yapping. I love yapping too. Did I fake the spicy videos? Like, what part of the spicy videos? I don't know how strangers would stop him. He was very restrained in public. He didn't want other people to see how he actually acted. Were you bi, or was that just an act he made you do? I got a little bit of the gay in me, but to be honest, it traumatized me so bad with that experience that I don't even associate with that part of myself right now. Whenever I was in my younger teenage years, I had a couple of girlfriends. Okay, listen, I got a little bit of the gay in me. It's fine. I think I love girls. I love girls. I love boobies. I love girls. Okay, listen. That question right there is kind of an oddball question, because whenever we were out in public, it was more of like content. He was never really social with other people, which is a big red flag. No, he kind of just took it at face value and was like, oh, all right, never mind. But a lot of people got away with that making content like that, but a lot of the time I didn't, because I had another hole I could use. TMI, but you know, that excuse for me just kind of got pushed out of being used. He had a couple of friends in person, but they were just as shitty as he was. Was what forced? How did the police treat me? The police, like the actual like police and my investigator from the police department was actually pretty nice, and then it got taken into other hands. Yeah, the other hole was forced. It got taken into other hands, and it became a really shitty situation. I know. They're asking about him. I haven't answered a couple of questions, but yeah, to answer your question, on the whole, it was forced. Did his friends ever come first? No, he could give a shit about literally no one except himself. No, bro, that, did he ever have other men involved? Y'all don't even understand. This man would flip his shit. If you were in his life and you asked him that, dog, I think it's just because he's low key and he doesn't want to put it out there like that. I was gonna shower and then I started answering questions, but I'm literally about to get off here. I don't even know what time it is, but I probably do need to get off here. I do love you guys. If you guys want me to, I can do just a Q&A at some point, but your girl needs a break. And I know you guys have a bunch of unanswered questions, so your girl's gonna go shower. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I love you. If I do a Q&A, it will pop up as a live event again, and you guys can save it. And then the Q&A we'll just do the same thing over again. Okay? Sound good? I love you guys. Thank you for coming to my FaceTime call. I hope you guys have a great night. I'm gonna go jump in the shower, probably reheat my Mexican food, and go to bed. Bye. I love you guys so much. You guys are amazing.
And I will end my friends and I will end my friends.
You also will go to sleep, dear Michelle.